Hello and welcome into today's video where we are checking out Solana, because since the last video there has been quite a lot of updates and important news, and also we will check out the price charts as always. So without any further ado, and a like or a subscribe is very much appreciated, so thank you for doing so, and let's go. So first of all, let's check out the community update which has come out in the meantime. And first of all, we have the new energy impact of Solana transactions, which we've actually checked out in one of the previous videos. So if you missed it, feel free to check it out in the top right hand corner. And then they have introduced this proof of history blockchain feature, which is actually quite cool, and they made an entire article about it where they explain what is it good for. So just to tell you the most important points here, with a very fast communication across the internet, there is a need for a centralized clock to make sure that the internal clocks on the device are accurate. However, in the blockchain decentralized space, how do you determine when there is no single centralized clock? So Solana solved this problem by using an innovative technology called proof of history, which allows those median timestamps used by Ethereum, for example, to be built into the blockchain itself. And this is done through a verifiable delay function, short for VDF. So then every block producer has to crank through the VDF to get to their assigned slot and produce a block. And while this VDF won't tell you it's 12:02 or 1 p.m, it will tell you exactly when in the past and future of the global state machine a transaction occurred. And they are doing this locally in approximately real time with the SHA-256 hash function, which is what the most major chip manufacturers are optimized towards. But why is this all so important? Well, if you know the precise time, you can validate information a lot quicker. So basically saving up time in the blockchain. And because blockchain can be verified by a small piece of info, it means that it can be verified in parallel, or more than one piece can be verified at a given time, whereas most programmable blockchains can only validate a blockchain one at a time. Otherwise, this is quite an interesting read, so you can check it out down in the description if you are interested. But continuing with the community update, we have also Bloomberg Galaxy to track Solana, which is quite a big achievement. Bloomberg being one of most known media company, so they themselves will be tracking Solana. Also, Solana reached 1 million followers on Twitter, which is quite a nice achievement just before the end of the year. Also, they are running this biannual Squid Prize, which is a celebration of people who have made extraordinary contributions to the Solana community, and winners will receive $20,000 in USDC, and also an exclusive Squid Prize NFT. So that's cool, they are doing something for the community as well. And next we have the Phantom iOS wallet coming to iOS in January 2022, which is their long-awaited mobile wallet. And then there is this wormhole expansion bridge, FTX. FTX is one of the largest exchanges, crypto exchanges out there, and this will allow FTX users to make deposits for wrapped ETH and many other wrapped assets. And finally, we have a build space helping artists launch NFT collection with Metaplex just over a weekend, which is very cool for any aspiring artists building a custom NFTs and stuff. And then some other ecosystems news which you can check out in the link to this article in the video description. However, it's not all that great with Solana, because there has been an outage and also a DDoS attack lately, where on December 4th there was the outage that lasted nearly 6 hours, which all stopped new transactions from being confirmed on the blockchain. And to make things even worse, this wasn't the first outage on Solana this year, because back in September there was a 17-hour outage between September 14th and 15th due to a DDoS attack targeted at Grape Protocol's initial decentralized exchange offering. And soon after the second outage on December 4th, the network was hit by another DDoS attack on December 9th, which temporarily congested the network, although it managed to stay online throughout the attack. And there was a lot of critique that these attacks were blamed on Solana's fundamental design and use of its proof of history consensus mechanism. However, it seems that there is still some faith in this project, because in this aftermath, Solana's on-chain development efforts saw a noticeable spike in terms of daily GitHub submissions. And in fact, it actually surpassed Polkadot and Cardano to become the most developed blockchain network between the November 12th and December 13th. But with those fundamental information, let's jump into the price charts, where we can see some important developments actually. One of them being that we've broke down this significant uptrending support here, and maybe coincidentally it has been broken a short after those outages and DDoS attacks at the beginning of December, so it's probably tied into this fundamental news. However, since then the price has recovered a little bit and we are above this 100-day moving average, but still we are now below this horizontal support which we've highlighted before. So at the moment there seems to be a lot of pressure on the Solana price, and the next uptrending support, which is parallel to the previous ones, is right over here, corresponding to pretty much the outside of this huge price channel going all the way since the beginning of Solana project actually. And from this point of view we can also see that pretty much since the September of 2021 here, the Solana price has been going pretty much sideways, which is to be expected, to be honest, after such a rapid rise in the price here in the middle of 2021. And this usually happens after those huge moves up. There is some type of consolidation, either a sharp correction or some longer sideways consolidation, which is to be expected because nothing can go straight up in a straight line without ever falling down. So down here on the momentum indicator we can see that a very low reading of momentum here, and I think that as we get closer to this uptrending support over here, it will be more and more interesting to start a position in Solana. Certainly a much more interesting place than right after this huge run up in the September 2021, very close to this upper resistance, which is very well respected here in Solana with multiple perfect attacks along the way. But for that we will have to wait another couple of weeks. And then checking out a Solana to Bitcoin ratio as well, we can see a bit of a different picture. We are not necessarily going down as with the price, but still going sideways a little bit. And it seems that this ratio has been rejected off of this resistance line corresponding to the previous all-time highs here, and since then we've had another couple of attacks off of this line. So this level seems to be pretty strong, and before we can make any new all-time highs and heading higher, this resistance line has to be surpassed first. But taking a bit of a closer look, we are still above the support providing 50 and 100-day moving averages, so it's not the end of the world necessarily. And this ratio is starting to get a bit of a wedge over here as well, which could help to push the price above this resistance. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, make sure to subscribe or smash the like button to help this channel out. And with this, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!